6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. Yeah, we got another game review for y'all. Another great one. Sweet 16 game. Well, not Sweet 16. Elite 8 game to get into the Final Four. Purdue versus Tennessee. Let's get into it. I'm trying to hurry before my phone dies. So, Rick Barnes, I appreciate what he did early because a lot of teams, their game plan is just to go and double Edie off rip and just double him for the rest of the game. But, his game plan was to make it unpredictable on him. And sometimes we'll double him, sometimes we won't. And so I definitely appreciate the sentiment for that. But God, that he was killing them inside. That's kind of when overall that's just what it comes to. I usually do this like half by half, but honestly, I could just say overall, I wish that Rick Barnes would have changed. Or if you're a Vols fan, because I'm completely unbiased here. I mean, I did live in Tennessee for a time. I'm not a Vols fan. I'm from Georgia, but I respect what he did on early, but it's like now that Zach Edey's getting to the line, or now Zach Edey has 25 or going on 30, how about we start doubling him? Fuck playing honest, because you look at the game and Purdue only hit 3 total threes, and I think 2 of those were from Lance Jones, and maybe 1 was from Fletcher Lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like they're not even really hitting from the perimeter. So I would rather us, fuck playing honest, let's go and double him, because he ended the game with 40, and I mean that was huge. And with Purdue, it's really pick your poison, but I feel like we just need to read the game. Like in this game, cool, we was playing honest and Zach Edey was getting his. Now he's getting his and they haven't even hit 5 threes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But now they decide to double late in the game, and Lance Jones' second 3 was a backbreaker. Like, it was a huge one. So, yeah, I wish UT had started to double him more once they realized Purdue hasn't hit any threes like they usually have from game to game, or like they've been hitting in the tournament. But yeah, Dalton Knecht had himself a game. Man, when the game first started and he was on fire, I really did think to myself, there is no fucking way that UT is going to lose this game if Dalton Knecht keeps this up. And it's like he just went cold pretty much until the second half, when Jordan Gainey, who was huge off the bench for UT, started, finding a rhythm, getting them back into it, because they, went through a lull and went through a time where they just struggled to buy a basket. And Jordan Gainey came through, and I think he had 2 threes, and he was really pressuring Braden Smith. I was about to forget his name. He was really pressuring Braden Smith. So, yeah. But great game from both sides. Purdue, first time in 40 years, making it to a Final Four. And now I'm about to watch NC State and Duke. And I'll come back to let you guys know how that is. But I just wish Rick Barnes had changed up the game plan. And Matt Painter, congrats to him and congrats to his team. And, Matt Painter was on the type time like, hey, if you're not going to stop it, keep feeding them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. The other guys really didn't too. Knecht was really killing them, and they kept feeding them. But, UT has so many weapons. I wish they would have also got, a couple other weapons going. I wish Zakai had got going, or Vescovi. It definitely would have helped them, once Knecht started to get kind of cold in that second half. If Vescovi was going, or Zakai was going, or even Josiah James. But, those guys, Josiah was kind of having his way, getting a rhythm for it in the first half, and in the second half offensively, you kind of really didn't notice him, respectfully. But yeah, like I said, Jordan Gainey came through, and once he hit his 2 threes and started pressuring the Purdue guards, then Knecht, turned it back on, but it just wasn't enough in the end. But anyway, that's the end of this one. Like I said, about to catch NC State and Duke. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, share this to the team, share this to your friends. I don't give a fuck, I'm out.